Well, hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Let's Play on the channel. It's still Motorsport Manager, but it's going to be the newly released GT Series DLC. We're going to be creating a team in the lower of the GT categories and attempting, as with our single-seater Let's Play, to take them to glory. I did want to start this straight away as soon as the mod came out. Mod DLC. Mods are on my mind, but I want to see if anyone made any cool mods for it. Not yet, it's probably still a bit early. There are a couple, but they're not really Let's Play worthy, I would say. So we're just going to keep standard game, and you'll get to see how the new systems, new rules, new cars get put into action throughout the course of the season, and hopefully onwards to glory. But let's get started, shall we? Now, for namesake, I am going to keep my name for the GT series as well. It's worth noting that if you wanted some general impressions on this DLC, I did do an impressions video on my channel. Go check that out. I'll probably put it in the description if you want to take a look as well. So I won't go too much into what the DLC is about. You can go and watch that if you want to see in general. Obviously you'll get to see it gradually over the course of this Let's Play. So we've got to pick our backstory. So we've got ex-driver, ex-engineer, financial, or political, or unknown, which I remember when I started off the single seater, why would you pick that? There's no benefit, unless you want an extra challenge, I guess, but the game's pretty damn difficult as it is. I think I was an ex-engineer last time on the single seater, so financial's pretty useful. Obviously will help us out with payments. Political gives us +4 voting power each season, and we get to propose any vote changes. Not really something I want to get heavily involved with, so it's going to be either ex-driver or financial. A driver feedback rating +3 and a stat improvement rate is pretty good if we're going to be bringing up young drivers, which is generally my strategy. So I think ex-driver is a good one to have. I am very pasty white. You see, I always envy people that can create characters, you know, to make them look stupid or silly or nothing like themselves. I can't help but make something that looks like me as close as possible. I mean, this guy's a lot better looking, let's be honest, but still. Will the next driver have glasses? Probably not. I mean, that's not a general rule of thumb. All ex-Formula 1 drivers have glasses, or don't, no. Or ex-GT drivers, as I may be. I might be an ex-Le Mans champion, let's say I was. Let's get going, shall we? Let's not be stuck in that menu. Too many games nowadays that just leave you in the character creator hours and hours, and you never actually start the game. It does actually say recommended for experienced players. Create a new team. I'm experienced, sure. If anyone that's watched my single player Let's Play will know how experienced well, I'm experienced doesn't necessarily translate into me being any good. So we're going to go for the GT Challenger series. I'm just going to have a quick look over the rules, because I didn't do this for the single seater, and just when I was setting this up I found it quite interesting. So we're going to have qualifying sessions in this, so we'll split up the episodes the same way as the single seater Let's Play, but with the addition of qualifying in the first part. We're going to be doing the medium length races as well, so you'll be getting the build up, practice and qualifying in the first part and the race in the second. Depends, first episode it might take a bit longer to set everything up, so I might do the practice and qualifying in the second episode, race in third, and then get back to the normal format. But anyway, so we'll have short practice sessions, 12 minutes, same as single seater, short qualifying sessions. And if you look down here, somewhere, so many rules. Why does it have so many rules? It will be the 3-stage qualifying, which is new in this DLC, which doesn't translate to single seater, which is very strange. So it'll be 3 8-minute sessions. So it says only giving drivers and teams one chance to nail the perfect lap. That might be true on some tracks, others we might be able to do 2 runs. On average it'll be a 27 lap race. We're going medium, so probably a sort of 15-20 lap race. Pit lane speed limit, 6-man pit stop cruise. The cost of travelling of race weekends becomes cheaper by 15,000. Also, pit stop events will happen sequentially, leading to slower pit stops. Obviously, GT cars, it's not the rapid in and out system you see in Formula 1 or single seaters. It's a lot more time consuming to change the wheels. Standard merit payments. There is only a small difference in prize money awarded to the top and bottom teams, rewarding the top teams at a slightly higher rate than the smaller teams. Really what a Formula 1 should have right now, because the money's in the marketing and the merchandise. To be fair, the teams don't need the insane heritage bonuses, I think they call them. That's a whole other thing. If you're not a Formula 1 fan, or a deep Formula 1 fan, you won't know what I'm talking about, so I'll leave that for a moment. Points are awarded to all drivers. Like a stupid Bernie event, double points for the final race of the season. Bonus points for fastest lap and for pole position. Road tyres being used. Brutus tyres. Brutus produce performance focus. It's the brand. Okay. Not quite as durable as the Cortex tyres. So I guess that's a voting event that we can change season to season. Pre-distributed tyre compounds, so we don't get to decide. 2 dry weather tyre compounds, so it's 2 types for the race. 15 dry tyres. Safety car only, no virtual safety car. There is refueling. Driver aids are banned for this season. Qualifying, we've gone over. So we have the ERS, of course, new in this DLC as well. You'll get to see how that works out, and we'll have to learn how to use it properly in a race situation as the season goes on, I'm sure. Allows the use of ERS, giving the teams a chance to harvest and spend energy during the races. 60 kilowatt capacity. It is added as a chassis part, costing a minimum of £376,000. Wow. It's expensive tech. And the spoilers for this series are spec, so we can't change them. Alright, let's get going, shall we? So, we are going to be creating a team. I was tempted to go for some stupid name, knowing I have called it Harambe Racing in the past, but that means long dead. We're just going to go proper RP on this. So, Ellis GT Racing. I like it. Has my name on the cars, as every team boss wants, yeah? Yeah. Well, you haven't got a choice, so you're going to have to stick with it. Logo. I really wish there was custom logos on this. It'd be cool to make my own, but I like the old Schumacher, but it's single seater, so it doesn't really match up, does it? That kind of looks like the Greggs logo in the UK, the bakery chain. I quite like that. Got a bit of colour to it, bit of shape. So we're going to want our team colours. My 2 favourite colours on a car are blue and white. Sort of that kind of Chelsea blue. Because I'm a Chelsea fan. Blue and white. Perfect. Hasn't changed anything on the car because that's the livery. But I think we'll be going for a blue and white theme all round. We can of course change it year to year if we wish. So that's a very different blue to what I've chosen, but that'll do. I should really copy the colour code. I'm going to do that quickly, because I know that actually I prefer that other blue. See, this is what creators do. I mean, you never actually get to the proper game, you just do this stuff for hours. There we go. Right, car livery. Primary colour is going to be that same blue. Secondary colour is going to be that white. Trim colour we can decide. But let's pick our opening season livery. So these are the GT cars, if you haven't seen them yet. Zoom out a bit. I wish you could stop it rotating. Can you just stay there, please? Thank you. Okay, so we've got that kind of thing. That with the sort of black highlights down the doors. That's a bit crazy. A bit McLaren-esque. What's that look like from the front? That's a bit boring. That's the one that was on already. That's alright. That's again a little bit crazy. I kind of like it though. I do kind of like that. Nope, too many lines. See, basically, I don't like liveries that if you're looking at them from a certain angle, it looks like the whole car is one colour. That's very Aston Martin-y. This doesn't look anything like an Aston Martin, and that looks like it's got eyelashes. Like those stupid people that stick them on their cars. I was going to say I don't like lines. I do like that though. I do kind of like that. Nope. It's kind of a British flag almost. Doesn't really work with the colours I'm using. Nope. Some kind of weird Art Deco thing. That's kind of the Land of the Rising Sun Japan thing with the Stars and Stripes of America. That doesn't really work either as a coherent livery. That's quite cool. Again, very Japanese. And we're going to be a British colour. Did I pick my country? I think I did. I actually like... Where is it? I quite like that. I'm going to go livery number 7, please, Bob. Yeah. So what do we want the trim colours to be? Have kind of a spark of... Yeah, a lot of people hate this kind of thing, but I like yellow. I don't like red. Well, I don't mind red. It's alright. It's one of my favourite colours. What about different blue? Like a light blue. See, we could just leave that black. Little black triangles. I like that. That's cool. Sponsor colours. Definitely not red. That's a bit stupid. Black. Light sponsor. Doesn't really show up. I guess we haven't got any major sponsors on the car yet, so we don't get to see them. I'm sure they'll show up. Black and white's generally the best colour on that. And we are ready to go. So, of course, when creating a team now, which was the free DLC, you choose the kind of risk you take as to how good a facilities or money package you get to start off with. So you can start with a low pressure investment. This is going to give us a free star chassis in the first season and a small starting financial package. If we go for the medium, we'll get plus 40% team marketability and a medium starting financial package. If we go the whole hog, high pressure, results are a must, but we get a pre-built test track and a large starting financial package. I think we're still going to have a lot of learning to do with GT, so I'm definitely not going high. Medium sounds good. We get medium funds, good team marketability, good for sponsors, and there shouldn't be too much pressure on us. But we will see where they expect us to finish. Okay, here we go then. We really do start off right at the bottom, don't we? We have the worst everything. Oh no, our headquarters not too bad. That's probably because we're equal worst to other people. Staff, sponsors, no one's got any sponsors yet, so car drivers and staff are the worst we can get. This could be either very short let's play or an absolute grind, but we will get there. Everybody's got to start somewhere in motorsport. You didn't just think you'd be handed the reins without an oversight, did you? Your investors want me to keep an eye on how things are progressing, so they put a chairman in. Wonderful. I've started my own racing team. Really excited to get started, see how we can push forward the team, and already I've got someone above me. Great. And he has the powers to remove me from my job. Even better. Assistant. Update. Got it. Right, targets for the first season. So we can either target the heavy heights of last or 8th. This is going to be a learning process, but we've got to have some ambition, I think. So I'm going to go for 8th. It's going to give us 5.4 million. I feel if we can get some good results here and there, maybe not every race, then 8th is definitely an acceptable target for your first season in motorsport. I'd like to present my initial report of the state of the team. Take a deep breath. Our drivers are awful, design are awful, mechanics are awful. Great, thanks for that. We're really excited to have you on board and to push this team forward. Everything's terrible. I hate my job. You need to get it sorted. So the energy recovery systems, I'll go over them briefly. We'll try and learn them, how best to use them together during the race. But basically, it will charge up throughout the race. You can put it in harvesting mode, which will harvest it quicker. No, it won't. Sorry, you have 2 modes that you can use the energy with. One is fuel saving and one is power mode. So fuel saving is going to mean you use a lot less fuel, maybe have to do less pit stops. and it doesn't really change the speed of your car, so you're not going to lose out too much from doing that. Or you can use it as sort of a boost button, the essential kind of KERS or the ERS automatic delivery that they use now in Formula 1. Generally when I was testing that out, it's pretty difficult to get any kind of good effect from the power mode, so I'm thinking the fuel saving will be more useful, but we'll see once we get into it. Got it. 3-stage qualifying, anyone that doesn't know, you have 3 sessions, 5 drivers knocked out in this. 5 drivers session 1, 5 drivers session 2, top 10 drivers have a Q3 shootout. Pretty simple, we'll go over it again when we get into it, of course. Right, let's have a look at the car. We got a nice balance to begin with. 15.5 million is good. I feel before we start improving the car, we should look at our drivers and our staff. So these aren't necessarily GT specialists, they can race in GT and open wheel. Where's our drivers' details? Can we compare with each other? There we go. Okay, so first up, Arturo Casino from Italy. 23 years old. Not a paid driver as far as I can tell. Pretty good at cornering, pretty average at everything else, pretty fit, pretty good feedback. And our second driver, Bill Leani from Ireland. 26 years old. Also not a paid driver. Personality trait of dumb. Well, nobody told me not to juggle the brake discs. Ha 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 ha. He's incredibly smooth, very good at overtaking, pretty poor at everything else. So 2 pretty average drivers. But they're nice and cheap. And we have a contract for 10 months and it's going to cost us quite a lot of money to get rid of one of them. Can we see their potential somewhere? I don't think so. Unless they're at max potential. No, it doesn't really tell us. What I do want to do definitely is improve our lead designer. I'm not a good designer, let's be honest. Is this the best time to get rid of them though? I guess. Details. How do I get rid of them? I would like to terminate your contract. I can just scout a designer. Okay, we're definitely not going to be able to get anything from the top tier. Let's go cost per race. Okay. So, do designers have specialists in terms of which car? I guess not. I guess if they're good at one car, they're good at the other. Now you see that designer is pretty good, but he's really good at spoilers, and they're not. You can't develop spoilers in this championship, so not much use. Philip Wolf. Approach interested. Okay. Can I put you on a shortlist? Apparently not. Yeah, you can't scout designers, which is pretty weird. He's nice and cheap though, 31,000. Has got great potential. I'm liking the look of Philip Wolf actually. Let's approach him. Start negotiations. His existing contract, 31,000. He's on it for 34 months. He's probably going to want more money, isn't he? Let's give him a 2 year contract. He'd prefer a medium contract. That's good. Wages are important. If we bump him up to 38,000, buyout clause. Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on getting rid of him, especially with the potential he's got. So I don't see much problem there. I'd like a nice signing on fee. You see, this is the kind of thing I don't really know. 45,000 seems like a lot. 90,000, let's try that. Bonus size is quite important. Qualifying, Yeah, I mean, if we're 10th or above, I'll be pretty happy, to be fair. 12,000? I don't know. If we're 10th or above in the race, again 12,000. That sound about alright? I guess so. We'll see what he says. Drivers, there's not really much potential from these two. Let's scout some. These drivers? These are not drivers. I want drivers. Scouting drivers. Idiot. Right. Right, I think age is going to be important. International GT, is that what we're in? No, we're in GT Challenge. So maybe poach some people from this series. So let's scout Silvera, Pernet, and what's the other one? European Racing Series. Hong Liao. Can I get... Oh, I didn't want to do this, but I do kind of want to get my drivers from my other Let's Play, but that's a really bad idea. No, I've got to be different. I know John Stottier is pretty good, so we'll scout them as well. Right. Is there any point in putting parts on our car if we haven't got our actual designer yet? We're definitely going to want to improve parts. Let's see where we're at. Oh my god. Brakes. Performance 2. You really do start from the bottom, don't you? That spoiler is awful. Everything is so bad. Oh wow. Okay, well let's improve the performance. No, let's improve the things that are 0. And where are we going? Vancouver. Top speed is useful, acceleration and medium speed corners more important. So I'd say suspension and brakes. Let's improve the performance of these two brakes. That'll be done very quickly because they're terrible. Reliability. Let's improve these two. Move to the middle. 1 day before race to improve those two. Okay. Right, we're going to have to design new parts ASAP, whether we have a designer or not. Suspension is terrible, although we are improving the performance. Let's get ourselves some more brakes, shall we? Deceleration and reliability. Yeah, let's improve the reliability. That's going to be very important, because if we can beat cars that are going to be dropping out, that might be the easiest way to gain places early on. So we'll build some new brakes. The money needs to last you all season, so I hope you know what you're doing. I'm building some brakes for my terrible car. Will you get off my back? You're having a go at me already. Okay. Sponsors, none available yet. So let's continue. Just going to see how long this has been so far. Coming up to half an hour. Okay, let's do a little bit more. And then we'll probably do the rest of it and practice and qualifying next time. So, what's the designer said? Renegotiation. Okay. Last chance. He's insulted by everything apart from contract length and buyout clause. I really want this designer. Am I willing to pay a stupid amount of money? Because I'm not going to have another chance. So what is he? He's 1.5 stars, but could be 4. Let's see how much other designers are getting paid. Okay, so about 1.5 here. 4 stars. That is him. I mean, Philip, they're all being paid this kind of money. Okay, we'll go to 50. We'll go to 50, buddy. But that's gonna be it. 49,000. That's people in higher championships are getting that. Signing on fee. I really want this guy. 30,000. He's going to get £60,000 if we finish above 10th in a race. Mind you, I'll be pretty happy if we do that. Right. Last chance, Philip. Otherwise, you're not the man for us. Still no sponsors available, so we'll continue. He's still waiting for that. Right, the brakes have been finished. Let's have a look at those. So the new brakes are much better. Okay. Let's switch the reliability to that. And let's increase... I'm going to build a new suspension. So if we take one of those off and improve that, and we'll build some more suspension. Is that all correct? So that all sounds good. I really want my new designer. We're spending all this money on the car with our old designer. Oh, we've got to improve this car because we're going to be stone dead last at this rate. Well, I'm pretty certain we're going to be. Let's improve the performance because we can always improve the reliability later. So let's build new suspension. Stop telling me that. It's my team, god damn it. Yes, I got a big loan from the bank and they want to be sure that the money's being spent properly. But I think I know more about racing, mister. I think you'll find. Probably not, but congratulations on joining. I started the team. Are you interested in doing an interview? Sure. Well, you've certainly picked... I made the team. God damn it. Are you expecting to pick up many points? Do we do what Haas did and go out and say, yeah, we'll be getting great points every race? Surprise a few people. Points definitely on the cards. I mean, you get points for every single position, so yes, we're definitely going to get points. I think they mean top 10. I'm quietly confident that we'll manage a few decent finishes. It'll be a struggle. Winning a few points would be wonderful and would make such a difference to our budget. I'll go middle. I'm quietly confident we can have a few good races, because I am. And that's increased the morale of our two drivers. This interface has changed. I wonder if this is GT only. I haven't noticed it in the single-seater. Ruto Casino is seen by the fans as your top driver. Do you agree with that, or would you say Bill Lahani is better? I mean, they're pretty similar and they haven't had a race yet, so I don't really know. Two great drivers, sure. Let's keep their morale high just in case they're not going to be with the team much longer. In case they are going to be. I want to replace at least one of them, but it might not be possible. In the season preview, I said you would finish 10th. Is this accurate? I mean, it seems fair, but we should do better. In fairness, that's fair. We all remember you as a fan favourite racer a few years back. Can you transfer it to management? In racing, the pressure comes at 200 miles an hour. This should be a cakewalk. No. No, it will not. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Driver own teams have gone well some of the time, pretty badly other times. Most famous has got to be McLaren. Good old Brucey. Okay, that's everything. Wonderful. Thank you for your time. Get your facts straight next time. Oh, have we got him? Have we got him? Rejected. What is the... I guess they want massive amounts of money. Purely because it's such a bad team, I guess. Briefing for the racing. 40% chance of rain. Just my luck. Right, he's rejected that. They want a telemetry centre. They're not going to get it just yet. We'll have another go for one more designer. One more go for another designer. So let's go ability. Who has the chance of improving? Marina Romero. Sounds pretty good. 1 and a bit stars, but can improve to 4. I'm definitely not getting... They don't show potential on your... Either they don't have any. I don't think they do have any. I think you just start with non-improvable drivers and mechanics and designers. I think that's the idea of creating your own team. You've got to bring in all your own staff if you want to progress. So let's have a go for Charlotte Williams, shall we? No, not Williams. Marina Romero. 27 years old, bags of potential. Pretty terrible at the moment, but not any worse than our current team. And her history's good. Look at that. Victories every season in the cars she designed. She's good with build time. She already knows that. That's good. Okay, let's approach her. Okay. Wages are fairly important. Yeah, but let's be honest. Why, if you almost double the salary? See, I can't even offer her more than 25,000. That's good to start with, I guess. Long contract. Well, she has plenty of potential. If she reached 4 stars, that will take us well into the next championship, the championship above. So I'm happy to go to end of 18. I don't mind who pays. We'll go an even split, just in case we have to let you go. Signing on fee. This is what confuses me. How much do these people want? I feel like just over 2 months' wages is about right. Isn't very important. I mean, we'll give her a small bonus of 6,000 if we finish 10th or above. That's fair enough. Okay. Surely she can't have any problems with that. Let's continue. Okay, we're pretty much at the Grand Prix, and this has been a pretty long episode. So we got a lot of messages. Will we get Marina Romero? I do not know yet. And nor do you. So that's a cliffhanger, isn't it? Okay, next time then, we will see what all these messages are. We should be able to get a sponsor by the look of it. And we can see what our scouting report said. And we shall go into our first practice and qualifying session of the season in the Vancouver Grand Prix. Hopes aren't too high. I can see why it said for experienced players only. There's a lot of tricky setbacks in this. You're starting at bare minimum. So it's effectively picking the worst team possible. Even though you've got a medium budget. But that means there's higher pressures. But I'm really excited to see to build a team from zero, really, and to see how the GT racing differs, the strategies differ, and see how we fare. So if you are excited for this new series, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you've been playing the GT series yourself and have got any help or advice, you can leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear, because I'm going to need all I can get, I think. This series, this will be out on a Friday, but I think the series in general will be Monday and Thursdays. And the single-seater will continue on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Should be getting 4 episodes of Motorsport Manager a week, you lucky people. But you guys seem to like it. It's getting good views compared to a lot of my other stuff. And I really love this game. I'm so happy to share it with other people. And I just hope they keep creating too much content. But not just yet, because there's a bit too much. 2 series is just about my limit. 4 episodes a week. But so expect the next episode out on Monday. But as always, thank you so much for watching. And I shall see you again very soon. May well get 9th on the last lap of the race. She is in 9th. Good job. Back in 10th. Bit premature, but here we go. Rounding the final corner, Claudia Dreyfus takes her maiden win in the European Racing Championship. We get our first victory. Look, we're trying to teach people how to do space things here.
We've had a minor accident.
Taking his meat. I've taken it, got it.
Well, what was that giant thing you just whipped out?